Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Garrett's vlog. And this is one of those where we're playing catch up a little bit. Garrett has had, a rough month or so. We went through the whole C word. We won't say what it is. He went through that. We were making great progress. He got through it, setting back a little. We went back to making progress after. Then he got pneumonia. Again, the same thing happened, and then he had to go on he went on a long vacation with hiking and no training for a week and a half. Almost immediately after, we went through a little bit of illness, so we're set back a little bit. It's not horrifically bad. We still have his training maxes on the squat in the mid 300s. His deadlift training max over 400. He's hitting the target numbers. The bench is definitely, I think, been the one that struggled the most after that, which we're trying to do a lot of chest work to focus on that. We're going to continue to do that. But, we've gone through some stuff here. And I think the thing to think about with all of that is to remind people that progress is not linear. Okay, progress is not linear. And I think it's good when I have clients who have these things happen in vlogs, because we see it with these long-term vlogs, don't we? We'll see progress, progress, progress. Then some things happen in someone's lives a little bit. They get set back a little bit. We regress a little. We get through those humps, and then we make progress again. And I'll talk a little bit about what's going on with the training here. Obviously, he's doing a 3-day-a-week squat, bench, deadlift. We're using, for the main lifts, the 5-3-1 type progression, right? We're using that type of progression, but it's really, I call this like the orc mode training. I guess that's one way to put it. Which again, the 3-day-a-week squat, bench, and deadlift program, which quite a few of my lifters have had great success with. And this type of training is not for everyone. I enjoyed it for a while, and even me, I've gone back over to conjugate. And I think people need to remember, I always have clients who are on conjugate. That's something I think people definitely forgot with these vlogs, because they really only see Emma on the conjugate and not realizing I have other clients on it. And I'm going to have 3 vlogs coming up that we either haven't seen for a while from people, and one person who hasn't vlogged before. And out of those, 2 of those are going to be conjugate. So I think it'll give some variation there, so that people see that. And actually, Jordan recently asked me, hey, can I start doing conjugate? I'm really interested. And I'm like, yeah, I think he has the personality for it. So he bought a little bit of equipment, and we'll be going into that. But with Garrett here, as you guys see, we do squats, a heavy set, and then we do back off work for volume on the squats. Then I have him do good mornings, right? We do good mornings, then we do hanging leg raises. 2 of the best squat accessories there are. Unless, we just need a lot more quad for someone. And in his case, I feel like he's done decent with his quads. As far as his height goes on the volume work, and I want to work that posterior chain a little more for him. So the bench press day, we do, ramp up to a peak set of bench, then we do some volume benching, although we're doing 5s on it. So I actually don't have him doing like the 5x10 on that. So usually I think his bench press and his deadlift, we're doing 5x5 for the back off work. We're doing 5x5 for the back off work. And in fact, for his deadlifts, because he seems to be getting buried with the volume, we're just doing the peak sets, and we're taking him over to good mornings. And we're going to be doing glute bridges and things to build his posterior chain up more without burying his recovery. Because that's one of the issues we've run into, with the stress, with illness, everything else. Recovery becomes an issue for him. And, some of my lifters thrive on the higher volume pulling and squatting, and some of my others really struggle with it. So, and I don't think we got any of the glute bridges on camera this week. I hope he did them, actually. He sent me the footage over, and this was the first week he was supposed to do them, but I didn't get any footage yet. So I need to ask him, hey, did he even get those done? Yeah, what we're seeing here, though, is, again, we ramp to our peak set, and notice we're getting a little more of that backgrounding and stuff coming back here. So he's going to need to clean that up slightly. It's getting a little better, but yeah, it's definitely there. And it's a leverage issue, and I think people need to remember the backgrounding like that is not inherently dangerous. Some people are just the way they're built; it's almost unavoidable. But in his case, I definitely want to clean that back up. And while you guys watch this, and he's supposed to do good mornings and then glute bridges, but I didn't see glute bridge footage, so maybe he missed that line in the workout. I will ask him later after I'm done with the vlog. But let's talk about the whole thing with setbacks and what we have to understand with that. That's normal. It's absolutely normal. And all of you out there are going to see it. And we all need to understand this. And this is why it's great to do these vlogs with real people, because it shows progress over time. Right? We see progress over time, and we see the ebbs and flows. And some people are like, but shouldn't a person make continual progress? Well, yeah, in a perfect world, they would. In a perfect world where you have no outside stressors, no family concerns, no relationship concerns, none of your loved ones ever die, you don't get sick, you don't have work stress, all these other things, hypothetically slow continual progress is possible. However, in the real world, that's not the case, is it? It's really not. It's not the case. Because in the real world, guess what happens? People get sick. People get hurt. People get stressed. Things happen in their life that can impact training, can impact recovery, can give us setbacks, even when we've had a long streak of good, solid progress with no stalls in sight, and it can cost us a little bit. We lose downtime from training, and downtime from training, if you're sick or whatever, doesn't help you. If you're healthy and everything, hey, great, we get a deload, we recover. But when you take downtime when you're sick, you usually come back weaker, and you don't really always have an option, because you can't train with pneumonia, you can't train with the flu. We can't train through these things, right? We can't. So what we've seen here is a period of time where things have been a little rough for Garrett, even though he's made great progress. He's made great progress. I mean, he had never dreamed of squatting 315 or pulling 405 when he came on. He's like, they just seem so out of reach, and now he's done all that. He's done them for reps. Right? He's done them for reps. But this is the real world, and I think it's great that we see this in vlogs. It's relatable. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.